So now let's look at the Headrush and see how the switches are laid out and the touch screen. And we're going to look at how to build a rig and how that compares to the Helix. So enjoy the video and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think and let's go. Alright, so Jeremy, what we're looking at here is we basically have a blank rig, and unlike the Helix, this is all touchscreen. You know, just take your finger, hit a block, select an amp, select an overdrive, modulation, delay, reverb, whatever you want. So I'm not going to really say anything, just kind of play with it and see what you can do.
Alright.
Yep, and there you got a list of amps. You can scroll up with your finger. So you got your Marshalls, your Voxes, your Plexi, like Marshall kind of things. I said Marshall before. It was Fenders.
Okay.
Blue line is like your bass amp. Lead 800s. M2 is a Mezzo Boogie Mark II, which is brutal. It's a brutal amp. If you want like a soaring lead tone, you know, it's like, well, there's where you're going to get that from. And now you got the parameters on the side right here.
Alright.
Let me get my camera to focus. You can simply just slide your finger up and down. And then whatever parameter you land on, that knob controls that parameter. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And you got treble, mid, bass, presence, just like a real amp.
Okay. I'm guessing there. But...
Yeah.
Alright.
So if you were to set up a real rig, you know, where would you put your delays and reverbs, before or after the amp?
I typically will set all that after the amplifier.
Exactly. So it's going to be the same thing here. So you can scroll your finger down. You can add in. See, there's your reverb delay options. Now, this is based on the 11 rack. They just kind of updated the software and updated the experience with it. So, like the Air Reverb, 11 Reverb is like a Pro Tools kind of thing.
Okay.
Because 11 was an Avid product back in the day.
Okay.
DVD is like a Memory Man kind of delay unit. And those are just presets. So you can start with a preset, or you can choose a default preset, or just a default thing, and then customize it from there. Mix, feedback, input gain, which is like you're pushing the analog tape harder.
Okay.
Or your Bucket Brigade chips or whatever.
Yeah. I guess.
So tails on and off is just like on the Helix. So when you bypass the switch, the reverb is going to keep going.
Right.
Or if you have the tails off, if you bypass the switch, it'll just cut it off. So it's similar to the Helix in that regard.
Okay. Right.
So there's your reverbs and delays. So you can go into dynamics and EQ. That's where your compression and like EQ kind of stuff is.
Go ahead and add a compression in.
There's not a whole lot of options. You basically have a gray comp, which is like your Keeley two knob kind of thing.
Okay.
Or the Dyne 3 comp is more like a studio grade compressor.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually has like a threshold, attack, release, makeup, gain, just like you would in a regular studio compressor. That's what I use most of the time because it gives you a little bit more flexibility.
Okay.
But you can use whatever.
So these are all presets?
Yeah, they're just
again?
presets.
Okay. See if we can add something like an 808 type sound in, maybe.
Uh-huh. So your green JRC, green Tube Screamer.
Okay.
Your DC Distort is a 11 or a Headrush custom. Because, you know, Line 6 has their own custom overdrives as well, like the Line 6 overdrive and distortion, and they have their own thing. But the JRC is basically a tube screamer. A Black Op is basically a rat. A Tri-Fuzz is a big muff. And we're still all kind of confused on what an 8-bit crush does. It's some kind of fuzz thing, but it just sounds funky. So,
Right.
You know, it is what it is.
Okay.
So there's a basic rig. You want to plug it in and see what kind of sounds we got out of it?
Sure.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out my videos and my YouTube channel. If you want to see a lot more cool content, be sure to head over to drmcfarlandstudios.com.